A lot of the moderate governments are replacing pro-Soviet ones in us today. I think, anyways. A different state structure to get rid of any of those moderates. At least they're not nationalist leaders. Like historically, nationalist leaders came to power in Russia and dissolved the Soviet Union legally. I think it was historically moderates in Ukraine, nationalists in Russia, nationalists in Belarus and the Baltics, moderates in many of the Central Asian countries, actually, and nationalists in these countries down here. The liberals will dig their own grave when they try and lead the Warsaw Pact, and the army gets rid of them and puts a socialist government in power. I'm not too worried about them, actually, as long as it's only in one country there. Anyways. Money into the reserves. I do need to do some things that cost money in the foreign stage. And here comes detente. Gah, freaking Americans. Say this being one in real life, you know, but in the game, they're throwing my side. Restoration. Moscow Council says you finally begin construction of the Palace of the Soviets in the Moscow swimming pool, which began to work badly and fall apart. When everyone supports the city, I think it'll be the most expensive construction project in the world. I bet I need high reserves to be able to do this. Plan the architecture collectives of Belpolinski and I. Leveco, which won the competition in 1959. However, a small group of intellectuals and professors have another idea. They suggest to rebuild the Cathedral of Christ the Savior, which was demolished in 1931. However, this project is costly too. I can do the Palace of Soviets, but not the religious thing, unless you have to sponsor the Orthodox. Maybe it's based on who's powerful in the council at the time, which is currently the ultra-leftists. Okay, Palace of the Soviets. Today is a great day for the entire Soviet Union. We continue building the Palace of the Soviets. 495 meters in height, 100 floors, and a giant statue of Lenin, which shows us the path to the wonderful future. It's a great achievement of our country. Also, not so expensive. More than the entire reserves. Get a nice permanent modifier, though. Wait, that set off people's dissatisfaction? Really? Why? They're that pissed off that I built a giant skyscraper. It's not like I cut into the social expenses budget. Unless they expect more social expenses because I did it. Can't think anything else that would have set that off. Luxuries are highly available. Essential commodities are in great shape. Housing isn't terrible. Healthcare is stable, although not great. Level education, although bad, is probably not what caused that. And I'm working on rebuilding it. It's gotta be building the palace. Shoot. Surprised they let me build it. Was that expensive? I can cut diplomatic missions for a little while. I'll have to rebuild it later. The fight against corruption for a little while. Trim army recruitment, but not things that affect army loyalty. Should be enough to stop the budget going crashing. Generals are angry about kind of the military budget. Economic crisis. Yeah, the protests didn't last long. Also, Soviets got about 100 floors. It must be like lots of social centers and stuff inside it. Healthcare, education stuff. I can't imagine what else the Soviet Union would have used that for. Not much space. Rotate to the Congo. Almost done developing Ethiopia. Madagascar is in fine shape. This is Belize, which I guess is never going to get the resource extraction after all. The Palace of Soviets and expect to be able to do that, but I won't miss the opportunity. Rent modifier. Yay. Military aid to Guinea-Bissau. Cool. I'd open this up. I can afford minus 48. Oh. Did it just... Something happened that... I already paid for the palace. Need quite this much law and order. Especially not after... on that palace, probably, which I think weakens the opposition, right? No, just intelligence, loyalty. Who also, by the way, hate Rise and DEFCON. Let it go up instead of doing it detente. I'd be happy if I could get detente down, DEFCON down to 3 instead of going between 2 and 1 all the time. Europol. 1982, the Masters Trees declared the creation of Europol, which coordinates the EU police in order to efficiently fight crime. Create your own version of it, or join it and form Interpol, which is what historically happened, if I remember. But don't pay attention to it. Europol became active in 1985. Our reserves are in rough shape. Remember? Got lots of political power, though, thanks to the whole palace of the Soviets. Do anything to develop Congo right now. Well, it's still got a lot of ongoing subsidies. I'm just annoyed how slow everything is. Oh, no, wait, I don't need money in the reserves to resource extraction. What was I saying? Why did I think it took over? It's because it takes for civil aid. Okay, I'll do that so the subsidies don't end in Belize. That. Boom. 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 And Ethiopia. And Angola. Zambia flipped, and it'd be nice if I had the money to take advantage of it. Resource extraction in Brazil now. Bet I can afford to trim these things a little. Cool. Gets me up 400. Start subsidies in Brazil. Congo. Zambia. Make sure they don't flip or something. Let's give Zara a kick in their development levels. Boom. Resource extraction. Ah, Guinea-Bissau. Cool. There we go. Healthcare, education. Alright, well I hope you folks enjoyed this video. It's gone long enough. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves. Me always find a guiding star and we do.